Okay, Shane Dawson is back, and they're making it known. Yes, they're making it known. And they is Ryland. Now, I've made my opinions on Ryland very clear. Let's just jump into this video, honestly. And Ryland uploaded a video, and Shane is in it. And I think this is such a bold move. Like, bold. This is a bold fucking move. This is like way beyond testing the water. Like, you're not even dipping your feet in anymore. You're fucking body diving in, because this is just, let's be real. People are not warmed up to the fact of Shane Dawson coming back yet. Am I? Not really, at all. Actually, seeing Shane in this video made me quite uncomfortable. I'm gonna be quite honest. There's just something whenever you find out so much more information about a person, and just, especially over the past couple of weeks, I found out more, but basically the past couple of months have been me figuring out stuff about Shane that I haven't known throughout my entire year span on YouTube, and been disgusting, but just everything about no. And so Ryland and Morgan have been really silent on social media recently, and I'm gonna make a video talking about that because I think that's very interesting. But in his last video, Ryland basically said that he doesn't agree with Shane's behavior, but he knows that the Shane now is a different one. Yeah, because he buys you stuff and he's your income.
Allegedly.
Okay, now that's out of the way, and we're talking honestly. So whenever he posted this video, Shane was in the let me just show you first of all, okay? Because we need to give a little bit of context. Our bedroom makeover reveal, woo! 18 minutes long, and Shane is in the thumbnail. So this is just bold. Like, this is a bold fucking move, as I said. Let's get into what's in the video, right? I'm like not hesitating in this because I just want to get into it. So Shane is talking in the video, and very much so a big center of the focus of the video is on Shane, and Shane says about how he's so annoyed because of his haircut and stuff, and I'm like, that's what's annoying you right now? You're not going to address all the stuff you didn't address in your taking accountability video? Seems like your priorities are right. So they start by saying that this video was filmed back in June, so this is kind of their way of saying like, guys, this isn't in present day, so don't hate us. But also, if you think about it, in June, that's whenever Taddy was teasing that she was doing these videos. That's whenever things were happening behind the scenes. And this was when Shane was getting called out for the Willow Smith videos and all these other videos, so saying this was in June doesn't really help your case at all, Ryland. At all. And listen, them talking about Shane is what I would call testing the waters, but throwing a whole ass like Shane and the whole ass Shane storyline in your video is kind of a lot to handle, honestly, and people were shocked. And so was I that Ryland is doing, like, why is it Ryland doing this? Why is it not Shane? Like, the first thing we hear from Shane in months is from Ryland and Ryland's channel. Like, get it, make your coin on there, Ryland's channel's monetized, like, I get it. But it's weird. Like, why isn't this coming directly from Shane? And it just makes the situation that people are asking Shane to finally apologize or explain. It makes it seem like they just don't care. They're like, Ryland's posting this video where Shane's in the thing. It's like, back to normal. Like, woo, get ready with me. You know what I mean? My Trishies Fishies. Like, I don't understand where their thinking is right now because it makes them look like Boo Boo the Fool. Right? Boo Boo the Fool. And it makes me so angry because there's so many still hurt people out there by actions that have been done by Shane who are waiting on apologies or explanations, and then they go on and see Our Bedroom Makeover where Shane's like, oh my god, oh, I got this haircut, it's like the worst thing to happen. Ugh. I know you didn't. And also, one thing that happens in the video as well, which is very weird for them saying, oh, it was pre-filmed and, you know, like, to avoid that kind of thing, was they were like, they made a joke that Shane was purr, and then he was like, I get it, I'm not purr now. And it's like, Kind of seems like they were reading some of the comments around that time before they filmed this video. So actually, this was during that full period of Dramageddon 3. Right? And also, they talk about Shane being on YouTube for so long and how, you know, his impact on YouTube and that he's been getting hate for 15 years and he's been getting cancelled all these years. And this is really weird to me, right? Why did they include that in the video? He had months to edit this video, and yet he thinks it's a good idea to, like, put Shane making fun of how many times he's been cancelled in this video. Because it makes it look like he's just making fun of the thing again. I'm gonna be honest. See the first or two times that Shane's been cancelled for jokes, I literally thought, oh, I don't know what the jokes are, but they're probably not that bad, whatever. Then you look into the shit and you're like, this is why you're getting cancelled. There's not a, oh, I don't know what it is that I keep getting cancelled. It's there. Let me ask the audience. Y'all know it's there. So it's like, so dumb to me that they're like, oh, we keep getting cancelled. You know why. I think this video was such a weird move. I get it, you want Shane to be phased back in or whatever. Don't do it this way, Ryland. And why is Ryland just always like the, you know, the person who has to introduce everything?
Allegedly.
Look how fucking rough he looks right now. Bitch. And people are not happy. Let me read you this out. I was tagged in the Instagram post from Ryland about this video. And let's just say, the feedback on the actual video is, you know, like mostly positive just for the fact that it's the fans seeing it. But everywhere else, let me just read this out to you. So these are comments under Ryland's Instagram post about the video. I don't need to read out names because they're there and you can go see them. It's y'all acting like nothing happened for me, so we gonna pretend nothing happened? I flew to the comments. We haven't forgot. Y'all gonna act like nothing happened? Can't wait to watch a sponsored video in which you all act like nothing happened. This reminded me to unfollow. Y'all should work on an official statement and trying to move on from a serious and alarming situation that Shane has tried to hide for years and has never talked about till he got exposed. We ain't forget. Oh, I have to unfollow you. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about this. So we gonna act like nothing happened? Just sweep this under the rug then. This just made my day worse, thank you. That's on Ryland's Instagram. That's not even my subscribers talking. But let's get to my subscribers. And make sure to stay to the end of this video because we're gonna be calling my friend Will and we're gonna be talking about it, and I know Will has a lot of things to say. Let me tell you now. No, this just happened, so the community is kind of just like up in flames right now of being like, the audacity. Helena said, no, just no. Unless it's Jenna Marbles, I don't want to see anyone come back. S said, wow, he really just be out here testing if it's okay for Shane's comeback. Yep. The Cod said, not great that he's acting innocent. We all know how this turned out last time. L said he hasn't even fully acknowledged all of the shit he's done. He still brushes all that off. Until he acknowledges the hurt that he has caused, I do not want to hear from him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to even step foot in the direction of a camera. Period. End of discussion. GB said it's gotten to the point where even listening to his voice or seeing his face is painful and uncomfortable. Melon said uncomfortable. I don't think he should be coming back at all. I can't look at him the same way I used to and his presence just feels hollow. All I know is that I will not be watching Ryland's new video, or any. Dusty Banjo said this video was just like, hey, so we're remodeling our bedroom with all the money that YouTube made Shane from all the problematic videos. Kayla said the Smiths needs to get addressed. The children jokes in general needs to get addressed. B said nope. Nope. Nuh-uh. He should collect his money and go. You know he is enough to live comfortably for the rest of his life. Honey Bunny said, I feel weird, and this might be odd to say, but I don't think he deserves to come back just yet. And I don't think he deserves to have the platform he has had or the fans that I know he's going to have. I feel uncomfortable seeing it and I feel like everyone really should. Sophie said he's testing the waters. Tell him to get out of the pool. Abdul said I feel disgusted by just seeing this thumbnail. It feels weird. Mia said, I feel like it's not right for him to come back now because he hasn't properly addressed the new things that came to light and what is happening in the future. Until we get a clear plan on what's going to happen in the future of his channel and he addresses on, I ain't gonna forget anything. Danielle said this video was made June 2020 and they made that very clear for some reason. It says in the beginning, I feel like it's a test or something to see how the audience will react to Shane being Shane again, and the editing of the video was done in the way to show Shane's past videos, and Ryland mentions that Shane's been on YouTube for 15 years, which makes me think he's posting this video for some other reasons other than one. Maybe to say to the audience, look at how far he's come and how long he's been on the platform, sort of thing. But this is just weird. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is call Will, and here's my thing. Shane, I'm glad you're doing okay, but I don't want to see you. That's not much to ask after, like, how much money you've made on this platform and, like, the damage you've done that, like, most of us are only seeing recently. Right? You've got your money, collect it. Ryland can continue making money on YouTube, but it's just like, until everything is addressed, explained, and just, yeah, it doesn't feel right. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling, honestly. People were asking me how I was feeling. That's it. Okay, let's call Will. Okay everyone, I'm now here with Will, and now me and Will haven't talked shit in a long time. I think the last time was actually whenever we were talking about Tana and TanaCon, which blast from the past in summer, now that we're all back to like school and stuff. But I just wanted to hear first of all like what your opinions are in this, and then I'm gonna ask you a few questions on Shane just coming back and ignoring everything, and it's literally the ignoring the truth for me, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, it's like so weird to me, like, okay, I know, like, it was pre-recorded, like, that's, like, a thing, like,
yeah.
It was recorded in early June, so it's before all of the major drama, but the fact that Ryland is uploading a video of Shane acting completely normal, and still not addressing, you know, the racism, the manipulation of Tati, his relationship with Jeffree Star, everything. The fact that he's coming back and, like, talking about, well, not talking about that, the fact that he's not talking about that, even though it was filmed earlier, like, just ignoring it feels so weird to me, especially before Shane himself has made a statement. Like, that's so odd. And it definitely feels calculated.
And the thing that's really weird about it as well is in the video they make jokes on how long Shane has been on YouTube and that he's been cancelled so many times and he's gotten hate for 15 years that he can have this big bedroom now, and it's like, even if this was pre-filmed, it was still like chosen to be uploaded by Ryland, and who also is managed by Shane, and it's like, this is one big thing. And I definitely understand that people 100% believe that this is just testing the waters, because it is, but if you're gonna post this because you know it's gonna get so many views, whether bad attention or not, it really shows a lot about Ryland's character as well, that all, at the end of the day, it's about clicks, so you know what I mean.
For sure, and like also just what you said about like the jokes that they made about how many times Shane has been canceled. Girl, there is a reason he is getting, well, not for everything. A lot of times, you know, you get hate for just shit that doesn't matter, but for a lot of the majority of the hate / canceling he gets is valid because he's done a lot of bad shit in his career. So those jokes, one, did not age well. Two, shouldn't have been made in general because he was racist. And then three, you know, just why would they upload something with, it's so weird that they would talk about that. They're definitely testing the waters. I feel like they're either, because Shane, the fact that he hasn't made a statement in so long is a whole thing to me, like, so weird. Like, I've never seen someone wait this long, so it's like, either they're gonna just slowly start making Shane just come back as if nothing happened, or they're trying to, like, normalize him or something. I don't know. It's strange.
I completely don't know what their idea is, though, because I was tagged in the Instagram post that Ryland did of the announcement of the video, and literally all the comments are like, it's the ignoring it for me, it's the not talking about it for me, and literally everyone on TikTok is already making videos being like, how can they just come back and doing this? So like, the perception, like outside of just his fans liking the video, is not good, and it's actually making people more angry, and it just makes you think that they're in the same household and they're talking, and they literally know Ryland has been silent on social media as well as Morgan and Shane, but they know that the perception of them is not good right now, and doing this, I don't know if it's just, hey, we want more money, so let's just film and post this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, what I'm thinking it is they're trying to just, almost remind people that, like, their content, like, guys, like, we're still here, like, we're still
we exist.
He's still, like, a sad, like, funny, like, empath, like, not like other girls, like, you know, and I'm seeing people dragging them on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, right? But then in his YouTube comment section, it's all, like, it's 100% supportive, so he definitely has comments muted, or he's deleting comments or something, which, that just is a bad look also. Like, he's not even just ignoring the situation, he's actively silencing it.
And I love how the he you're talking about is Ryland. Like, why is Ryland doing everything?
Oh, I know. Ryland, sweetie, what are you doing? Like, I mean, I get, like, Ryland not... Like, I would understand if Ryland didn't, like, break up with Shane and, like, throw him away or whatever. Because, you know, the Shane that Ryland knows is the current Shane, not, like, the racist style Shane. But regardless, he shouldn't be, like, I don't know, it's clearly, like, they're working together, so everything Ryland is doing is approved by Shane.
Well, Ryland gets that paycheck.
Ryland gets that paycheck. Shane pays for everything. Shane made Ryland famous. Like,
the house that they're literally talking about and making jokes about, they make jokes about how they were paid. You know what I mean? Like, this was the reality that is what... And just the fact that... And especially... in the video as well, they make a joke about Shane being poor, and he corrects himself, and it's like, they included that as well, and it's like, they're almost like poking fun at the fact that people are still upset about this, because you don't do a video like this and honestly do the title and thumbnail alluding to Shane as well. That entire thing, it just proves where their intentions are, in my opinion.
It feels, because even though it was filmed before this, the fact that they kept so much of that in, I mean, it feels like shade, if anything. I mean, they were both clearly, like, upset at what Tati said, right? Like, they were both clearly like, that is not true, don't train me now.
Yeah.
And, like, it almost feels like, I don't want to say, like, shade, because it's not very direct, but it feels weird, and it feels calculated, and I don't like it. I don't like that they're not addressing.
Yep.
I'm not here for it.
And also, what you're saying about everyone's making the big issue that, oh, but like this was pre-filmed, whatever. This was filmed in June, and if you link back, Tati was teasing that the fact she was making her video publicly in June. So behind the scenes, there was obviously a lot happening, which we're aware there always is. So this was around that time as well. So it's just this...
Wasn't this literally during the time that Shane uploaded that apology for... Wasn't this when all of the, like, Will Smith and, like, all of them were coming out with all this stuff? Like, that was...
Yeah.
It was around the same time.
Yes.
So, and they still uploaded it now, regardless of when it was filmed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one to, like, I'm not, like, one to drag someone for everything they do. Like, oh, they uploaded a video, like, I'm gonna, like, cancel them for that. Like, I'm not, like, one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like at this point where Shane is in his career with everyone, or it's just like, you didn't address the, you addressed the racism, but we still hate
barely,
and you didn't talk about, Tati and all, like, still he just hasn't addressed anything. Just every single move that they make that isn't directly addressing the situation is a bad move, in my opinion. It's gonna get hate, and it deserves to, because people are still upset about the original. I feel like they're just trying to see if everything's calmed down enough for Shane to come back, but I don't think it ever will, because they're stuck in a limbo. They haven't addressed anything.
And I think as well, I've stopped saying the word accountability because I feel like this is getting thrown around. I like saying responsibility because I feel like that...
Isn't your Twitter name Accountability McIntyre?
Shut the fuck up. But I'm saying, like, in terms of, there should be a responsibility because from a creator's point of view, that's what you influence. And that is true. People are agreeing and people are starting to come to their sense that it is a responsibility in the creator of what they push on. And that's why these videos being resurfaced as Shane, people are like, wow, I was a fan up until recently and I'm just seeing this now. But also, if you think about it, with everything that is happening with Shane, there's so many blank holes and they're allowing that to just be blank. That is dangerous because it kind of just perpetrates that the biggest creator on this platform can do the worst things, so you'll be fine if you're cancelled. And we see this with, like, Tana.
Yeah.
And so...
Exactly.
I don't...
YouTube
Sorry, go on.
Not taking any action is so... I don't know. It's just... I really, truly just don't understand, like, what is supposed to happen. Is Shane even planning to come back? Like, at this point, is he just gonna be in the background of Ryland's videos from now on and that's it?
I can't see it being that.
His channel was demonetized. Like, is he gonna come back with a series? Like, I really don't even see him coming back, like, at all.
I think that's probably the smartest thing, but the thing about testing the waters is, like, surely you shouldn't have to test the waters. Like, surely you should know that you've been forgiven, which is why you should have done the right thing in the first place. And you're so, like, fucking, like, balls deep in this now that it's like, why aren't you still trying to fix it, at least? You're, like, posting videos on, like, your fiance's channel of, like, you being, it's such a slap in the face.
This is what I think. I think the amount, like, just the amount of stuff that Shane is in drama for and has done that is being brought up, I don't think he can survive this. I don't think he deserves to be forgiven. I don't think anything he does will make all of this stuff okay at the end of the day. He hurt so many people. I saw a TikTok the other day of a girl who was like, I said the N-word a lot in middle school because I thought it was okay because Shane Dawson said it. And she was white. And it's like, okay, so how many people did he influence? Like, how much pain has this man caused? And it's clearly a lot. So I don't think his career can survive this. I don't think it should. I don't think any great apology, I don't think he deserves to be forgiven. Like he literally said in his apology video, my career shouldn't have survived to this point. It shouldn't have, and it probably won't. So I think what he should do is literally just come out with, like, an explanation about the Tati thing, or make a statement or something, and then just leave. Because he doesn't deserve a career. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like,
the thing where I'm currently...
I can't see him being forgiven or anything. Like, you can't see him coming back and making a comeback the way James did, or even like Jaclyn Hill or like Laura Lee. Like, the extensive amount of what he's done is just so bad.
Where I'm currently at is, I genuinely say that I think Shane's career would have still been fine if his taking accountability video was better. And we're aware of how forgiving the internet is, and if people say they hate someone, they're very forgiving, especially on the internet. But I think even if that video was better, or was like a couple weeks later, I think this would have been a completely different situation, which is why in my videos, like, I like offering a little bit of like, hey, you can still do this. And I think it's like adding a little bit of like, you know, like certainty and a little bit of more like positivity in there whenever a situation like I don't believe there is anymore. And it's like, I try so hard, and in so many of my videos I'm like, well, you can still make Shane, like, try and make a better video, like more of an explanation than taking accountability. And then
that's exactly right. Like, he didn't, like, he hardly addressed the stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's why so much stuff got brought up, and then he never addressed the Tati stuff. I just don't think he will be able to come back. This is the first time I've seen someone get canceled, and I don't think they deserve to, and I don't think they ever could do anything to actually make a comeback and to get their career back. Like, I just don't see it happening.
Like, I try to keep myself, like, as neutral as possible, but obviously I have my opinions, and in this instance, I would never want to be like, you can never come back, just for the reason that it kind of puts someone in a box for the rest of their life. I understand that. People have made that argument to me in the past whenever I've been harsh on Shane. And I understand where people are coming from, but it's like, there's been almost so many opportunities, like months now, like what, 2 months, where he could have made a difference and he chose not to. So at that stage, you have to evaluate what James Charles has said in the past, like, it goes by case basis if someone deserves to come back or not. And at this stage, it seems like he doesn't care, which is why should we feed into the and love whenever Ryland's like, look at me and Shane, so happy, but this was pre-recorded.
Yeah. And there's just, again, so much stuff in his past. Like, literally, like, hundreds and hundreds of hours of him doing bad stuff. It's just, there's too much for him to deserve a career at this point. I'm all for, like, people can change, you know, it's not like, you can reform yourself or whatever, but at the extent of what he's done, it's like, girl, I don't want to put this man on a pedestal, and not someone who is, you know, actively helping people, for example, or not doing in blackface.
So, I think my last question then is, like, if this is the attitude that they seem to have, what do you think is going to happen moving forward? Because it seems to be moving forward quickly, apparently.
Ryland and Morgan, like, coming back and acting normal. Like, I could see that. I could see them slowly coming back. I mean, I could see Shane, like, this is what I really think is going to happen, is I don't think Shane is going to say something for, like, a whole year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we will hear something directly from Shane until, like, next July. He will come out with, like, an hour-long thing announcing his official leave from YouTube, addressing, hopefully, everything, maybe nothing, and just announcing he's leaving, and then we never hear from him again. And that's what I think is going to happen. I don't think his career can survive this. I don't think it should. It's
such an all-over-the-place kind of thing, just because you know that they aren't taking it seriously as well. And so that's kind of like my final thoughts on it. So, Will, thank you for talking shit with me for like 15 minutes.
Of course, anytime, Adam.
And I will see you. Do you have any final words to say?
Not really. Just fuck Shane and fuck racists. Fuck Giles. Fuck Ryland. Fuck Jeffree Star.
You really went off.
I literally hate them. They're bad people. I like Morgan, though.
Do you? Oh, well. I mean,
she hasn't really...
At least there's a little bit of positivity there.
She hasn't really done anything.
That's true.
Ever.
Okay.
Nice.
Well,
okay.
I'll see you, and bye.
Alright, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, everyone, so tell me what your opinions are below. Everyone is like, ugh, about this. I love you. I will see you in my next video, and...
Allegedly.
Me and Allegedly Bear need to go for a nap, honestly. I love you. See you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.